Okay, so we are going to tune in with Om Namo, Gurudev Namo, 3 times. And I think everyone here knows that. And I'm going to change the view to me. And I like to watch you, so I'll watch you at the top, only I'm seeing Bill instead of me. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. And we are going to proceed. Yeah, Bill, you are the speaker for some reason. Okay, so let's bring our palms together and our thumbs to the center of the chest and close our eyes down. Today is a day that for a lot of people can hold a lot of energy. And for me today, which is Valentine's Day, 2023, is a day where I've heard from some of the people that I love and some of the people that love me. And certainly not all the people I love or all the people that love me. But I was telling Joan, I have a childhood friend and she grew up in my neighborhood and she sent me one of those Jackie Lawson cards. She never seems to forget, and we're not particularly close, but we all have lived our lives up to this point, and we have lots of people, I'm sure, that have gone in and out of our hearts. So tonight we are going to work on the heart with a physical set. And so we're going to tune in with Om Namo, Gurudev Namo, as we always do, 3 times. So you can do it on one breath, or you can inhale through the nose and chant Om Namo, and then sip in through the mouth and chant Gurudev Namo. So let's do that first, and then we'll proceed, and I'll decide what I'm going to do with the blind cat who's taken over my cushion I'm supposed to be sitting on and the space I'm supposed to be doing yoga in. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And now take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, release your hands down, resting your wrists on your knees with your index fingers meeting your thumbs. And even though we have quite a bit of physical stuff to do today, I don't want to feel rushed. I want us to feel the ability to slow down. So start with the breath. In and out through your nose. And as you inhale, focus to that third eye right between your eyebrows and think Sat, Sat, true. And as you exhale, Nam. Exhale through the nose, Nam. Name, word, or self. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Another interpretation for this seed mantra, which I really like, is getting in touch with our own true identity. So you could say it's true name, true word, true self, or your true identity, whatever that means to you. And that is what we're going to focus on as we breathe throughout the practice. And we're going to start with a few warm-ups. Now, this is a set that we've done before in this ongoing group that we have here. So some of you will remember, this is a set that has several spine flexes in it, which I really love because it really opens up the energy along the spine. Other things as well. So the first thing we're going to do to open that energy along the spine is to hold on to our knees for a warm-up that we do almost every time. And that is drawing a big circle around from your waist and loosening your spine and opening the channels along your spine. So today I saw a quote, which I'm going to paraphrase, but it said something like, there are times in my life where I have had harrowingly suffering times, and yet I still feel it is wonderful to be alive. So I am paraphrasing the amazing Agatha Christie, right? So we have this energy in us all the time. Sometimes it feels more comfortable. Sometimes it feels less comfortable. And with Kundalini Yoga, we can be aware of it, sense it, and know that when it's not comfortable, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. It will change. And now go the other way. I've been having some stuff with tech stuff, and it really makes me anxious. And I feel like I'm going to mess up, and I feel like not very smart. And then that will pass. I may not have figured the thing out yet. That feeling will pass. And I'm so grateful for that. Good, everybody. And let's come back to center with a nice inhale. As you exhale, gently drop your chin and start to roll your head. So now we're going into that throat chakra. Last week with this group, we worked the throat chakra. I'd been waiting to work on that, and finally we did it last week. And I thought that was really great. It's always good to work on your throat. This is the center of patience. One of our centers of creativity, the hips and the throat, centers of creativity. And now go the other way and stretch your neck and throat. I don't know if any of you who get the Soul House newsletter took the time to look at the link about the man who moved to Northern Maine and got these dogs, sled dogs. And I wrote in the newsletter, love comes in many forms, because it was such a beautiful, beautiful film about his relationship with those dogs, with nature, with himself. Of course, he has a family, he's loved. And now come back to center, inhale and exhale. Because we're going to do a spine flex later, I think we're going to go right into the spine twist here. So let's bring the fingertips up onto our shoulders, thumbs in back. If you've not done this before, fingers in front, thumbs in back. And you're going to inhale, twist to the left, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. Looks good, everybody. Like a washing machine. Well, the kind I have here anyway, not the kind I have in Maine. So inhale left, exhale right, inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Really good for our spine, our lungs. Lungs are part of that heart chakra. And now come back to the center. Keep your hands here, elbows in line with your shoulders. Don't let those elbows drop down. Open. We want to open. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath and press your shoulders and elbows back so that you make more space in the chest for your heart, your lungs, your thymus, your breath. And then exhale, release it down. Bring the wrist to the knees. Let's meditate for a moment and see how we feel. We have done only a few things, and yet we have already opened ourselves more. All it takes is a little movement and a little breath. We are going to do a couple slow sun salutes because I think that's just a classic way to get the body warmed up. And then we're going to go right into this Kundalini yoga set. So let's go ahead and come standing. If you're on a mat, you come to the front of your mat. If you're not on a mat, just come wherever you are that you have room to step your foot back into a lunge. So you're and I'm gonna, of course, not be fully in view because I'm in a small living room here, but come to the front of your mat, bring your palms together. And on this Valentine's Day evening, whatever it is for you, and you might not be watching this if we put it up on YouTube on Valentine's Day, but from your heart, set an intention for your practice, All right, folks. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees, make it a rag doll. Even if you have a nice straight leg forward bend, let the stress go. I think rag doll is a little better for that because your arms are very floppy. Your head is floppy. You might want to hold on to the arms and sway, but you're letting go in the head where we hold so much. And then you're going to hold on to your mat or the floor and inhale, take your right foot back. This breath is through the nose. Back knee can be up or down. Exhale, spread your fingers wide. Inhale, take your left foot back so that you are in a nice, straight, strong plank position. If this is too much, you can drop your knees, which we're all going to do in a moment. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees, sit back into a child's pose. Breathe along your spine like we did in that first move, the stomach, the Sufi grind, where we moved from our waist. Now open up the spine by simply stretching in this beautiful, soothing posture. And in a moment, we're going to come forward with either a modified push-up or nose, chin, chest, belly, hips along the floor. However you do it, come onto your belly and then find Sphinx or Cobra. If you're going to do an up dog, your hips and legs will be off the floor. Here we go. Inhale. This is nose, chin, chest, belly, hips to the floor, and then up into Sphinx, Cobra, or up dog. Shoulders are down, folks. If your shoulders are not down, your upper spine and heart cannot open. And now inhale, and as you exhale, come down, hands under the shoulders, spreading fingers wide, bring the elbows in so you use your arms strongly, and come up into downward facing dog. Pull your tailbone back, pull your belly in, and breathe into every cell of your body, your toes, your fingers, your feet, your hands, your legs, your arms, your torso. Inhale, take your right foot forward. If you need to assist it, take your right hand around the right ankle, step it forward. Exhale, lift your head up, shoulders press towards your waist, and inhale, take your left foot to meet your right. As you exhale, fold over. We're not going to stay in ragdoll here. Ground into your feet, engage your legs and belly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, prayer to the heart. We're going to go through this one more time. And with this, you can have your eyes open or closed, and we don't necessarily do the Satnam here because it's really more of a classic warm-up. So here we go. One more of these. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms meet or not. Head is back or forward. Not forward, facing forward, and exhale, fold over. Inhale, left foot comes back. Exhale, hold the lunge. Inhale, take the right foot back. This is such a strengthener. Breathe into it. Arms strong, legs strong, belly strong. Inhale, drop your knees. Exhale, child's pose. We're not going to hold the child's pose as long, but enjoy it for the few moments we are holding it because it is so healing and helps us decrease the stress and anxiety. And it's really nice for those adrenals and kidneys in your low back. Think of feeding them with the breath, soothing the adrenals and kidneys that help us handle stress with the breath. Okay, and now we're going to come forward, either modified push-up, which I'll do this time, or the other one, Ashtanga Namaskara, nose, chin, chest, belly, hips. Inhale, come down on an exhale, and then Sphinx, you're on your forearms. Cobra, your elbows are off the floor, and if you're an up dogger, you're going to have your legs straight, your hips off the floor, your legs off the floor, and we're all opening our heart, which is the courage part of our body, right? The courage part of the body. All right, downward facing. If you're an up dog and cobra and you can go right on up, great. If you want to come back down on an exhale and then come up with an inhale, one more time. Exhale, pull your heels down and back. Outer elbow in line with pinky, inner elbow in line with thumb. What we want to go for here is a beautiful straight back. So if your back feels rounded, bend your knees a little. Feel that back stretching, everybody. Let your head relax. And now inhale, step walk or assist your left foot forward. Good. Exhale, stay in the lunge for a moment. And then inhale, take that right foot, that back foot forward to meet the front. Yeah, there you go. And then exhale, fold over. And then ground into your feet and legs. They are the earth element. We need those as our foundation. And inhale, come all the way up, straight arms, fill your lungs. And then exhale, either prayer pose or arms by your side for a moment. And we are going to go right into the set. Now, in case anybody here does not know the breath of fire, this is a rapid rhythmic breath through the nose. If you're not practiced at it, you want to make sure you don't hyperventilate. And if you're feeling like it's not feeling good, you're going to stick your tongue out and pant like a dog. And that should work if you don't have the full breath of fire yet through your nose. Okay, we're going to work our lungs. You're going to stand and you're going to punch, punch, punch out all your negativity, all your worries, all your fears, all your insecurities. You're going to punch at people or things that you don't like in your world. And we're going to jog in place. So come standing. As I said, you can stay standing because this is, I was just talking to the camera to explain it. So you're going to come standing. Your elbows are into the waist. Your hands are in fist. Strong fist, strong punch. Kundalini yoga is sometimes called the yoga of the warriors. So be a warrior goddess or just a warrior if you're a man. And don't be wimpy about this, you know, really commit to the movement. If you can't lift your knees up high to jog, that's okay. Jog in place. Some people have to jog very lightly, but jog, okay? Here we go. Continuous breath of fire. Eyes are closed if you can. And here we go. Punch really vigorously. Breath of fire. Satnam, Satnam. Keep going. You are waking up everything, all of your cells. Turn to the right. Keep going, keep up. Turn to the right again. And one more time, turn to the right. Keep that breath of fire going. Keep that punching going. Keep that jogging going. Keep up. Now inhale, everyone. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. If you had to have them open, close them. Why we keep our eyes closed is to contain our energy. And this is a good one if you did with your eyes closed, to contain the energy, because this one is really energizing. You might have gotten your heart pumping aerobically, and you might now feel some warmth or tingling in your body. You might. And just breathe. There's nothing I can do about that. Bo, enough. That won't make any difference. Okay. Now come down and bring your legs out in front of you. And we're going to take that good vigorous energy we just created, and we're going to move it through the body with body drops. Body drops. So you're going to bring your legs out in front of you, hands beside you. You might have fists if you have wrist issues. At the minimum, you inhale your buttocks up and exhale, plop them down. If you can, you see my feet, the whole lower body comes up. So it's inhale up, exhale down. Inhale sat, exhale nam. Here, Bo, that's not helpful. Sat nam. Inhale up, exhale down. All right, relax. I don't think this is going to be a YouTuber because he doesn't usually do this, but there's a lot of activity in the hallway tonight. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to continue on. So we're going to go into Kundalini lotus posture. In a moment, he's going in the bedroom. And you are going to be doing this with long, deep breath. Let me set you up, and I'm going to move my dog. So you're going to take your feet off the floor. You're on your sit bones. And you're going to balance. It's important that you keep your back straight. If you can, your eyes closed. So legs are straight, shoulders are down. If you straighten the legs and roll backwards, come back up and hold on behind your knees or hold on to your feet and just keep the knees bent. I'm going to move above. And you guys do it. Long, deep breath along your spine. Buddy, you gotta go in the bedroom. Come on. That's not acceptable. Come on. Good one. Good one. Okay. I think some people have better behaved dogs. Teaching yoga online. But anyway, so you're holding this with long, deep breath. Your spine is straight. Now, if you need your eyes open for balance, you do. Of course, it's more challenging to balance with your eyes closed. Imagine we're just really opening up a lot of energy today. So this is really good to feel the opening along your inner thigh and that nice straight spine. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. Good. And now inhale, bring your legs together just to come out of the posture. Exhale, come sitting cross-legged. Finally, we're going to get our spine flexed, and now we're warmed up. So it's a really nice way to do this. For in case anyone doesn't know this, I'm going to turn sideways. You do not have to. You're going to hold on to your ankles or shins, and you're going to inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale, cave it in. Now, I'm not moving my head. That's the way I like to do it. You do see people do this sometimes. That's okay, but don't bob your head. Do not be hard on your neck. Inhale forward, exhale back, inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Move at your own pace. If for some reason you have knee issues and this is hard to sit cross-legged, you can just open those legs up and do the same thing, right? So inhale forward, exhale back. Eyes closed to the third eye. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Now, everyone, come back to center with a deep inhale. Hold your breath in for a very short time. And as you're holding the breath in, flex forward and back again, about 4 or 5 times. That's not a lot of times. Come back to center, exhale nose. Hold the breath out, flex forward and back. Just 4 or 5 times, folks. Come back to center, inhale. Holding your breath in, suspending your breath, flexing. Perhaps you feel some nice warmth inside you, just 4 or 5 times. Back to center. Exhale through the nose. Hold the breath out. Flex forward and back. 4 or 5 times. Do it just a couple more times on your own. It's very tempting to go more than 4 or 5, but the specifics of this set is just to 4 or 5 flexes. Then you let the breath go back out or in. Maybe one more, everybody, wherever you are. And then when you're done, and if you're not done yet, take your time, come back to center and sit for a brief moment. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Now our sitting resting pose, you take the index fingers to the thumbs, the palms are up. And this is our wisdom gesture. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. And since we're doing this on Valentine's Day, I'm going to invite you, of course, we could do this any practice, to draw your awareness to the center of your chest. Perhaps you sense the physical beating of the heart. If you don't, that's okay. These are suggestions. Perhaps you sense the movement of your breath in the lungs. Perhaps you simply sense the energy of your heart. I saw this picture the other day of the place where I got Bo, and they're trained in prison. And it was, some of you might have seen it. I think I posted it on the Schoolhouse Facebook page, but it sort of missed what it was about. So there was a picture of a man in white bowing over a dog. And the caption said, he's not upset with his dog. He's being consoled and consoling his dog because he taught this dog in prison and the dog has not yet gotten adopted. It got passed up for adoption. Those are the kind of things, and a lot of you guys know me, that I feel in my heart. Those things, what do you feel in your heart? That's why I'm sharing the story. What do you feel in your heart as I ask you to go there? So that's the tender part of the set. Now we're going to go on to some more physical part of the set. But it's really nice to know what's in here, because I know for me, I'm in my head a little more than I would like to be. All the things I try to figure out in my life with the things I'm doing, as I mentioned earlier. And so it's good to drop into your heart. So let's come into frog pose. This is a little squat. Now, I know I have some people here that have knee issues, and I think these people already know that you lay on your back, those people with knee issues, and you do the exact same thing we're doing. So as you lay on your back, your legs are going to go up in the air and they're going to be straight. That's an inhale. And so what we're going to do, those of us that are doing the full pose here, we're going to inhale, lift our tailbone up, straighten those legs as much as you can, drop your head and keep your heels off the floor. OFF, off the floor. That's your inhale. You exhale, come back down to the squat. Now the modification might be your heels have to touch the floor or your fingertips have to come off the floor when you go for the tailbone up in the air. Okay, so just know your own body, feel your body, go at your own pace. Inhale straight, exhale bend, eyes are closed. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. This is great for your hips. And those of us that are doing it with our feet on the floor, great for strengthening the legs. Just a few more. Good, everybody. Make this your last one, straightening your legs, whether you're on your back or feet on the floor. Straighten your legs. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And now we're going to come standing on our knees. This is a classic yoga posture and not a simple one. It's strong. Well, maybe it's simple. It's challenging. And that's camel pose. So the full expression of this posture, your toes are flat. Sometimes when my shoulders are not warmed up enough, I curl my toes. You can do that if you like. You can also not hold on to your heels. That's okay. It's more important that you push your pelvis forward and you open your belly and you open your chest as much as you can. And then your head is up to you. You got to listen to it. If you're flexible here, you'll drop your head back. If you're not, don't do that. Either tuck the chin in or just let the head be where it's comfortable. Okay? Because we're going to do breath of fire once we get there. So you might hold on to your low back. You might let your arms just float, or get yoga blocks, or if you can, you're going to hold on. Keep pushing the pelvis forward. We don't want a straight spine here. Breath of fire. Keep going a little bit more. This is a good heart opener. This is really good. Excellent. Just a little bit more, folks. And remember, press the pelvis forward. You see people often cheating on this. And even though my back bend's not that bendy, I want to like elongate that spine. Okay, we're going to push the pelvis forward. We're going to inhale. Head comes up last. Inhale, push forward. Exhale. Now, this next one is going to counterbalance that back bend. I'm going to turn sideways to demo this. So you're going to squat with your back straight. We're going to call this tabletop position, and or chair, not the chair you know from other kinds of yoga. And you're going to bring your arms inside. And if you can, you take your hands on top of your foot. Now, I happen to have long arms, so I can do that. We got to honor our body. That's not so important. It's just the demo, the picture. But if you want, you can take your hands behind your heels and ankles, lift your head. We're going for opening the hip a lot, our seat of creativity, and not dropping the head so the energy can come up. Long, deep breath. Very strong in the legs. Stay there a moment, just want to check out. That's really good. Now, just before we finish, let's do a little bit of breath of fire. This looks good. Breath of fire, do what you can. Now inhale, stay here. Hold the breath. Squeeze your rectum, sex organ and navel, lower muscles inside. Exhale. Hold the breath out, squeeze, rectum, sex organ, navel. Inhale. Exhale. Sit down. Let those buttocks drop. Take those arms out. Well, not in that order. Take the arms out, let the buttocks drop. And come laying on your back. Take rest. Take rest. We have done the most physical part of the set. And yet, there's a little bit more physical because we're going to work on the navel next. And that is our power center. And so I started out this saying we're working on the heart tonight. So why all these hip openers and navel things and all that? When you're working on the chakra system, you work from the lower chakras up and you bring the energy up. So by the end of this set, we will be working much more specifically in the heart. So just let your breath normalize. That was quite an effort. Let it slow down and deepen. Okay, so the next two specifically work on our navel, and the next two also incorporate the rapid, rhythmic, equal inhale, exhale, sniffing breath through your nose, pumping your belly with the breath, which again, if that is not working, stick your tongue out and pant like a dog. But you really got to stick the tongue out. It's not, it's full. It's a full breath. So let's draw our knees into the chest and roll ourselves up. Good. What we're going to do now is you're going to lean back on your hands. Now, I've had some students where their lower back is not so great. They prefer to come back on their elbows. So if you need to do that, that's okay. Actually, I'm going to turn this way, I think. My left foot is going to be higher than my right, and I want you to see that. So I'm going to lean back on my hands, and I'm going to lift my legs at 60 degrees. They're as straight as I can. The toes are pointed. Try to straighten those knees. Lift the left foot about 6 inches higher than the right. Close your eyes, focus to your third eye. Breath of fire. Strengthen your navel. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lower the legs down. Feel that center. And then come onto your back. We're going to go right into the next one for the center. So the full expression of this posture is you can have your hands facing your legs. I often bring my hands under my buttocks. Doesn't make a huge difference, but it's said to protect the lower back a little bit. And if this is too much for you to lift both of your feet up in a moment, you can do one leg at a time, alternating as you wish. So raise your feet just 6 inches. Your eyes actually are open for this. You're looking at your toes, you're pointing your toes, and breath of fire. Your head is up 6 inches as well as your feet. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale and totally let go. We make these efforts, and then it's really important to let go and let the efforts that we make be integrated. And it's a little bit like when we started and I said, let's just sit for a moment and be still. I just feel how important it is to slow down. And that is not always easy for me. Sometimes I act too quickly or think too quickly or speak too quickly. And it's just such a fast time we live in that if we can use tools to remind us to just slow down, then we can get the benefit more, right? And this is a nice thing about Kundalini Yoga that I like is often we do take rests, not just at the very end, but in between our efforts. So take a few more breaths right into your belly. Want to see those bellies rising and falling. Not a big effort. It's very easy to do when you're on your back. The last few postures here, we're going to work a little bit into the navel, into the entire spine, and then move up to the heart. So let's draw the knees into the chest with an inhale. Give ourselves a little hug, maybe roll a little bit left to right. That feels good on the back. To come up, you can rock forward and back a few times. Also nice for the back. If your back doesn't like that, you can roll on your side. But otherwise, you rock forward and back a couple times, or maybe just one time, whatever. And then you're going to come up. And if it is comfortable for you to sit on your heels, we call this rock pose. If you are not comfortable here, and there could be a variety of reasons you are not, then please don't do it. We're going to do another spine flex. So if you need to do it like we did earlier with the legs crossed or the legs open a little bit, that's fine. Have your hands on your thighs if you're sitting on your heels. Close your eyes. Focus right up to your third eye. As a matter of fact, the more you can have had your eyes closed this entire time, the better. And if you're practiced at this type of yoga, you understand the verbal explanations and don't always have to look. The more we go inside here, the deeper that experience. So now we're going to flex again. Inhale forward, exhale back, inhale sat, exhale nam, focusing right between your eyebrows. Good, everyone. Inhale, come back to center. Hold that breath briefly. No, you don't have to squeeze those lower muscles, the root lock, the Mulabandha. Just hold the breath in. As we exhale, we're going to transition onto our hands and knees. So exhale, transition onto your hands and knees, spreading fingers wide anytime we put energy into our arms. Wrists at a 90-degree angle. Knees essentially under the hips or whatever's comfy for you thereabouts. And at your own pace, and we are pretty warmed up and we do like to move the energy in Kundalini. So this is going to be up to you, your pace. Inhale, head up, focus third eye, think Sat, spine down. Exhale, spine comes up, belly comes up, chin comes in, think Nam. And go at your own pace, breathe deeply. Inhale, lift your head up. Push your shoulders towards your waist. Feel like you're stretching your throat and your heart open a little more. And then if you were comfortable on your heels, you're going to sit in that rock pose again as we exhale. We're going to clasp our fingers behind our head. It's usually comfortably about where your hair meets the neck, right? Right about your hairline. Feel that opening your lungs. Feel that opening your chest. Feel that opening your heart. And now we've done several spine flexes, and all of the spine flexes we've done thus far where we inhaled the spine moving forward and exhaled it back. So now you're going to think a little bit, especially if you're used to doing it that way. This is the opposite breath. So you're going to inhale as you cave the chest and belly in. And you're going to exhale as you open up. You can let your head drop back because it's supported by the hands. Open that chest and continue that at your own rhythm. Inhale, cave in. Exhale, open up. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Feel this working your shoulders, chest, and upper back. That whole area is your heart chakra. Sat Nam. Now inhale, come back to center, hold the position. Press your skull into your hands into your skull, and press your shoulders and elbows back. You might feel this isometrically even working down into your spine. There's an isometric strengthening going on there. And then exhale, release your hands down comfortably, however you like them. One palm on top of the other, palms down, palms up, whatever you like. Lift your spine, relax your shoulders, soften your face, chin parallel to the floor. I am. And what do you feel in you? Well, as Erica would say, we should all be feeling how amazing we are. That's a good affirmation that she shared with me. I am amazing. All right, and now we're going to come laying on the back. Some of you will remember this who've been doing this for a while. This set It's interesting. It's like you're on your way to fish pose. Matsyasana, where you go to the top of your head, but you're not on your way to fish pose. So the back of the head stays there and your arms don't push into the elbows. Some of you may be used to that. Your arms are relaxed and you just lift your chest up. So my chest just lifted up, even if you can't see it very well. And my upper back is definitively off the floor. So what you can feel like there's a rope, an imaginary little knot or a big knot in the middle of your chest, not a negative knot, a knot that's going to pull the rope up, right? Now your lower back might be off the floor too, but the focus is lifting your chest up. The back of the head is bolted to the floor. Long, deep breath. Lift up that heart, open it up, push those upper vertebrae through your chest. Have a visual of that. My upper vertebrae do not like to move forward for a variety of reasons. Part of it can be the way we're built. I won't get into my whole story, but the point is that's what you want to envision, is pushing the upper vertebra up towards the ceiling, out through the front of your chest, just bursting out into the world, your heart. Breathe into that, breathe into it. And now inhale and let that upper back soften down into the earth. Relax your arms by your side, palms facing up. I don't remember even what we were doing this morning when I was working with the person I work with in the morning. We were doing some breathing. She said her lungs felt like butterfly wings. So that's a pretty beautiful image. I happen to have on this butterfly necklace that I actually forgot to take off before teaching you guys, but it's kind of nice on Valentine's Day to think of us all just blossoming into the world like the butterfly does. Okay, so here's the last one in the set. You're going to reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. And you're going to spread your fingers wide, and you're going to really, it's interesting watching people do yoga sometimes. They don't recognize that their fingers are really a big part of your pose, right? Because they're an extension of your heart. So don't let your fingers be limp and ignored. Reach energy into those fingers. Stretch them and strengthen them like you do the rest of your body. And then do long, deep breathing here. And perhaps you're going to feel the energy between your hands. Now, you may or may not, but we do have this energy field, and the energy does come in and out of the body quite strongly in the hands and the feet and the eyes. And then, of course, we breathe through our skin. I mean, it's really fascinating. And it never ends to study this stuff. It's just fascinating. Now, this last thing in the set, I can guarantee we all have some stress and tension in our lives. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be emotional, it could be all of them. And we're going to do this one time. So really feel like you're taking all of your tension and you're going to let it go. So take a very deep inhale. Tighten your hands into tight fists like we did before when we were punching. Your elbows are straight for the moment. Keep the breath in. And now slowly start to bend your elbows with a very big, strong isometric resistance. So the arms in your, the muscles in your arms are really working and your fists are really tight. And you are gradually bringing those fists in towards your chest with utmost resistance and strength at the same time. So strengthen the fists and the arms and an isometric resistance. So it's slow. And my hands and arms are really shaking today more than sometimes. It makes sense. I have a lot of stuff going on. We probably all do. Let it come out. Let it come out. Hold that breath. Of course, I'm not holding my breath. And let it come out. Let it come out into the hands. And then when your hands get close to your chest or you can't hold the breath anymore, exhale and let them go. It is a fascinating exercise. Everything goes now. Relax on your back. Let your palms face up and be still. It is just a few minutes, folks, so I might bring us up before this is over, but I'm going to play this for a few moments. Breathe into your belly, into your hips and groin. Tell yourself, I am human and I feel. Through your navel, I am strong, I am empowered. Finally, feel your heart. Compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, humility, and song connects all of those cells we won't. All of the cells. That is true. We're all connected. All the cells. Lots of Carl Jung and others.
May the light of 1,000 suns shine through. Live the life of grace that you were meant to. May the light of 1,000 suns shine through. Live the life of grace that you were meant to.
Your arms up overhead behind you. And to turn the volume down, but it's really nice, reminding us to carry the light of love into the world. Boy, we need it. So reach those arms, inhale, stretch. The open heart, the earth longs for. Exhale, relax. Tap your chest lightly. Feel your heart chakra. One of the best things that Kundalini Yoga ever did for me is to learn how to do this. I really think it's the thing that taught me. The heart's always there, but how do we really open it? It's a lot of courage to open it. So draw your knees to the chest. Bring the soles of your feet and your palms together and rub them. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Roll that way. And then rock back and forth on your spine. And finally, go ahead and come up sitting cross-legged. I'll turn this down so that we can finish. Now, if you have to get off now, you can get off. I would like to spend about 2 minutes before we do our Satnam, because I really wanted to do this meditation today. I did it earlier with someone, and I just love this. You know, we live in a really stressful time. There's no way around that. So if you have to check out now, you can. If you can stay for another maybe 3 minutes, this is a really good meditation that you can take anywhere. I mean, you could even go in a bathroom stall and sit there and do this. Nobody would know. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand and you're going to place it facing the fingers to the right at the center of your chest. It's a very simple meditation. So can we feel our heart now, right? This is the heart center, not the physical, over the heart center in yoga. It's along your spine. And then you're going to take your, like you're taking a vow, you're going to bend your right elbow and you're going to have your index finger to your thumb. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to lift your heart maybe a little more higher than you normally do, but don't make it military. And we did a lot of stuff to open up the energy and to open up the breath. So this might be delightful now. This is called meditation for a calm heart. Anytime you feel you're going to go into a situation where you might, and sometimes we don't know that situation's coming, but if you do think it might be an uncomfortable situation or you want to be more calm, this is good for to do very short time, 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes max, doesn't have to be long. So you're going to inhale through the nose, don't force it, just take a nice full inhale. Hold the breath in until you feel the urge to exhale. This is not a competition. When you feel like breathing out, breathe out gently through the nose. Hold the breath out, and when you get the urge to inhale, do so. This is one of my favorite, simplest, I think, most powerful practices and really good for the times that we are in. So let's do this for just a short time, if you have time. And now let's just take a deep inhale together. And exhale, bring your palms together. Now that was short. That might have been 1.5 minutes or 2. I'm not really sure. I didn't count it, but you get the idea. And it's not one of those meditations that you're like, oh, I'll do that for, a long time. You don't have to. I think you can feel the impact of it in a very short period of time. So we're going to end with a long sut and a short nam. Before we do that, Let's just say the words to the long time sun song once, and then we'll do a long Sat short Nam. And here we go. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. And now we'll do a long Sat and a short Nam, letting this vibration of truth be for each and every one of us here doing this practice together. And let's extend this energy out to all living things on our planet, sending healing and hope for our entire planet. Long Sat, short Nam. Inhale. Sat. Nam.